Hello, Hivers. Welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where a creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're going to be making a cute card using the Phrases for All stamp set, the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. This is an online exclusive, along with some of the, what is this called? More Dazzle specialty paper. Okay, but of course, before we get started on our project, we have to go over the buzzworthy business of the day. So we're going to start with our August paper pumpkin kit, Meaningful Flowers. It's going to make 8 cards and come with a pretty peacock stamping spot. And there's a link in the description box below for you to subscribe to the paper pumpkin kit, which I certainly hope that you do. Next up, we have bonus days, ready, set, redeem. So if you purchased any products and your order was $50 or more in July, now is the time to redeem your coupons that you received from Stampin' Up. You should have gotten an email with your coupon codes. So go ahead and place your orders now to redeem those coupons. This is the host code for the month of August 2023. This is the code I would like for you to use whenever you're placing an order with me. Unless that order is $150 or more, do not use this host code because you'll qualify for Stampin' Rewards. And Stampin' Rewards equals free product from Stampin' Up, and we don't want you to miss out on any of that, okay? Lastly, we have our mystery boxes. These are medium flat rate boxes from the USPS that I have filled with plus or minus $200 in new, used, all retired Stampin' Up product. And I'm only asking $40 each for these boxes. Shipping is included in that $40. If you would like any boxes, just let me know at stampwithshana@gmail.com. And I can only sell these boxes in the US. And that is all of our buzzworthy business for today. So let's get started on our project. So we are going to be using the August 2023, what is this called? The Show Me Your Sheet Load sketch from Call Me Crafty Owl. My printer, it needs more ink and I didn't know. So, but I can see everything I needed to see, so I didn't reprint it. But that is what we're using today. I have a card base here of thick basic white that is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I'm just burnishing that score line so we can get our card base ready. And then I have some basic black here that is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 5/8, I think. And we're going to adhere some of our designer series paper. If you want all of the measurements for this card, you can click the link in the description box below, and it will link you to Call Me Crafty Owl's video to let you know how to get the PDF for free for the all the instructions. She does this every month. She has a card sketch to show you how to make a sheet load of cards. So this one, I think her card sketch makes 8 cards. Yes, 8 cards. And it's no scraps. But we are only going to make 1 card, and I have another one to show you that I made earlier using some different products. Okay, so we have that done. Let's do some stamping. That's what I want to do. Let me get my, I have a little piece here that I think this is about maybe a little under 1/2 inch. I didn't measure it. I just knew what size I wanted. So we have some Flirty Flamingo ink here, and I'm going to be inking up our sentiment. Let me try to get this centered onto our cardstock. Let's see, that is kind of up in the air. Let's see if we can do a better job than that. A little better. Okay, and then we have the happy birthday. So this one says you're all kinds of amazing, and this one says happy birthday, and we're gonna do that on this piece for the inside, which is 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I'm gonna ink this up. Get it good and inked. And we're going to put it more to the right at the top. There we go. That is all of our stamping done. So now, since we have this out, I'm gonna have a piece of designer series paper that is about 3/4 of an inch. And we're just gonna glue this to the side of our basic white cardstock. Just like that. Make sure it's even on the edges here. Okay, we're going to give that a moment to dry before we cut it. And next up, we are going to take another piece of designer series paper. I only used one 6x6 sheet of paper for all of this. So we're going to take another piece here and adhere it to some of our more dazzling specialty paper. So I am going to use some tearing tape for this. Because this is such a textured piece that we're adhering it to, I don't think the liquid glue will work too well. So I'm using tearing tape. Now you can use whatever you like. But I think tearing tape, or maybe even the Stampin' Seal Plus, would be your best options for this. Now, I just had to burnish this tearing tape down so I can release the backing. Just like that. And then we're going to, this is just going to get adhered down to this, and it's just a tiny border above and below the designer series paper. Okay, so we have that done. That is so pretty. Let's go ahead and go back to this part, and we're gonna cut this extra overhang off. And then we're gonna glue this down to a basic black piece of cardstock that is 3 3/4 by 5. Again, this is for our inside. Let me make sure I have the right piece, right side of this. So that's the inside, and we're going to go ahead and put this in our card so we can have our inside done. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, so now we have that. So that is our inside. Next up, we are going to get, I would cut this with my scissors, but I don't cut too straight. So I'm just going to get my little guillotine trimmer here. I'm going to cut this down. I don't know what length that is, but it's a little over 2 inches. I'm just cutting it to fit my sentiment. And then I have some black here that I'm going to glue this down to. And the basic black, I think, is 2 inches. I'm not even sure. Not 2 inches, Lord have mercy, a 1/2 inch. And I'm gluing it to where the top is flush, and we only have a border on the side and the bottom. Just trying to make sure that's an even border. I'm going to let that sit for a second, just for a quick second. And while that is drying, we're going to glue this on here at an angle. So let's go ahead and get some glue on here. Try to stay away from the edges too much, the two ends, because once we put this at an angle, some of it will be hanging off. So we're going to do it just like that. Okay. And while this has a chance to dry, everything needs a chance to dry. We're going to go ahead and cut our sentiment here. So I'm going to try to cut this just with the tiniest border on the side there. Okay, so those are our scraps. Now let's go ahead and glue this down to our card, to the front of our card. And we're going to put this about right here, flush to the more Dazzling paper. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to cut this to make it even with our basic black paper. Just like that. This is trash. Then we have this, and we're going to add this to our card front. Just leaving the tiniest border. There we have the card. Now what we're going to do is add some bling. This is so cute. So I have the Adhesive-Backed Sparkle Gems. They come in black, white, and champagne. And since our more Dazzling specialty paper is champagne, I thought I would use that. Even though it looks more gold, but it's champagne. So I'm going to put one there. And two down here at the bottom. Like that. And I think we'll call that done. Isn't that pretty? Look at all that sparkle. I love that. You're all kinds of amazing. Happy birthday. I should have put a piece of the more Dazzle paper in here. Oh goodness, why didn't I do that? A strip right down the side. I might be able to cut a piece later. But that is super cute, don't you think? Okay, let me show you the other one I did. So for this one, I used the Stargazing Designer Series paper along with the Soft Shimmer Specialty paper. So for this one, it's this. Isn't that cute? It's the same. But I used the Berry Burst on the shimmer paper, soft shimmer paper, and I used Orchid Oasis as the ink. And what is the name of the bling? What bling did I use? This is the Glossy Dots Assortments. That's what I use, those right there. Okay, you guys, that is it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.